Welcome back, YouTube. I was a little bit late, so I'm late for a morning walk. Today we're going to kick the day off with the usual routine, morning walk, and then we're going to show you a full day of eating. So let's get stuck in, stay tuned, and I'm going to talk you through my off-season peak food and what I actually eat to lose weight. So let's go. Now, Caesar's been upgraded to his handless lead, so he's actually a good boy now. He's been trained well enough to be able to just put him on a lead with no hands, and now can it work when I walk? So it's a bonus, isn't it, C's? Say a lemon a day keeps the doctor away. That was perfect. All in. Oh. Right. Meal one. So 3 whole eggs, 50 grams of veggies, then we'll have 30 grams of white isolate, trained by jp.com, Cuba 10 free discount, 100 grams of blueberries, and a couple of grams of cinnamon in there as well. I already had my morning sups. I actually have my morning sups before I get walking. So literally as I'm about to leave the door, I have a morning sup, so they do go in fasted. And that covers my omegas, Omega V, which is obviously the flax seeds, the Vital Support, Love Heart, and all the works, Osteopro. So I pretty much have the full JP range, both morning and night. So after that, obviously get my walk done, come back, eat meal one. Now, in a diet phase, I don't actually do cardio every day. I only do cardio every single day in an off-season phase when I'm actually pushing body weight up, because that is the time I need my fitness the most. Right now, fat loss is pretty easy, and if you want fat loss and your fat loss is your goal, you are better off with lower impact cardio, such as walking outside. That is what's going to lead to your body actually utilizing body fat as energy, not your carbohydrates. Whereas fitness, obviously your body will utilize some of the glycogen that you're getting from the food. At the moment, I don't want to do that. I want to use all this in my training sessions. All I want to do with my expenditures, burn fat. So generally, that's done through steps. It's Friday. I'm 5 pounds down already from the start date of my diet, started Monday. So it's pretty easy to get done. So 3 whole eggs, 50 grams of veggies, a little bit of ketchup on top, 30 grams of white isolate, 125 cream of rice, 100 blueberries. That's meal one. Now, the only difference in this is before what I had my peak calories, which was last week, was this was actually 150 cream of rice and 20 grams of honey inside there as well. So on paper, not that much, but when you add it up across the day, it's a lot of calories that will be shifted away. So today I'm taking you through my full day of eating right now with what I eat to lose body weight and what I was eating at peak of my off season as well. Just so you've got an idea of what it takes to get massive. So, the drop in food is definitely noticeable in terms of digestion and just how quickly I'm ready to eat again. Whereas before, I was kind of eating and then I just kind of was on a certain level where I could eat my meals, but it wasn't easy, so to speak. So it's definitely a relief because I don't feel as tired all day. Whereas for me, peak of off season is definitely much harder than dog enough prep, because in prep, between 5, 6 a.m. until probably 4 p.m, I'm good. I'm flying. 4 p.m. onwards, I'm non-existent. But in peak of off season, you're constantly on a level where Lafarge is high, which is annoying because I still get everything done, but the effort that it requires to get everything done is 10 times harder. So it's a different level of hurt, I would say, peak of off season versus prep. And to be honest, I take prep all day, so it's much easier, I would say, than it is in peak of off season. So the last pretty much 6-7 weeks of the off season push up, it was a daily slog where I was just waking up. I was like, I'm just gonna take it day by day, otherwise I'm gonna cry. So right, I'm gonna do a little walk now up the alleyway, 5-10 minute walk now, and then get back to work. So generally I have a little walk after meal 1 and after meal 2 as well. And not only helps the digestion, but obviously I do have a step target to hit, which is, it's pretty low. It's like 6,000-7,000 at the moment that I hit on a daily basis. So doing these little walks just allows me to pretty much sit down and stay seated for all the other time, and maybe even squeeze a nap in if I get the time. So. Reason being, we've come down from 104.6 all the way down to 91.7 on average, which is exactly what we want and need. Busy year incoming, as I've got quite a few great amateurs that are actually going to compete, but I also have quite a few pros that will be stepping on stage this year, and obviously quite a few pro debuts that we are planning for next year as well. So it's definitely a great place to be, both for myself and obviously the team, knowing the potential a lot of these guys have. It's going to be a big year, and obviously last year we had 3 clients compete at the Olympia. This year I think we're going to have more. So it's all good, and it's all work in process. So I actually have got a busy day of check-ins today. So it's generally split into the weeks where I have my busy days and not so busy days. So today's actually a big day. So it's a lot of work to get through, but having the less busier days allows me to be fresher for these big days as well. So it's got to be planned and it's got to be structured. So get this done and then get meal 2 underway. And obviously in between that, generally between me waking up and then meal 2, I have around 2 litres of water already by then. So I always aim to try and get minimum of 3.5 litres before I actually train. So stay hydrated, kids. Helps the brain function, helps performance. So be mindful of that. So this normally has like rice and potato mix, which I do much prefer. But today I've only had potatoes, I don't know why. No reason for it apart from it tastes good. And I do actually like potatoes and they do digest really, really well. Some people can't digest potatoes well, but personally I digest them just as well as rice. I can eat 800 grams of potatoes in one sitting easily, no problem. This meal would normally be, in my peak off season, it was 150 grams of rice with 50 grams of avocado and 150 grams of venison. So now we're in a diet phase. I brought my protein back up a little bit, so it will be 200 grams of venison with, how much potatoes?
750.
Just stitching up here. 120 carbs, 200 grams of venison, but no avocado. So avocado's gone now. I'm definitely sad about it because I do like avocado. So the difference was in this meal, carbohydrates were the same because we do have 100 grams of pineapple as well. So carbs are the same with this meal. The only thing is 10 grams less of fats, which is a lot of calories. And those that don't know, fats are more calorie dense. We've got this, we've got the potatoes, got the pineapple, got the venison, and I've got YouTube. So happy days, meal 2 going down. Second walk of the day, actually the third walk of the day. So, like I said, I do like these little walks after each meal. Now, pretty much all of my day I spend sat in front of my computer. So this gives me a little bit of a little bit of fresh air and get my steps in. So I never understand how people say, excuse back of my head, but I never understand how people say they can't get the steps in, right? I literally sit on my bum all day at my computer. And if I wanted to crank out 10, 12,000 steps, it would be so fucking easy because after this little walk, I do nothing. And I easily hit like 7,000 steps. So all it would take for me to hit like 10, 12K is a couple of extra walks a day. It's effortless, as long as you have a good routine. Good guys, work is complete. So pre-workout meal time. 100 grams of pineapple, as always. 150 rice, 150 chicken, a little bit of veggies, and we actually have 20 grams of Manuka honey. So prior to this, peak of off season, we had an extra rice cake and extra honey with this meal. So a slight shift in calories on this as well. So as you'll notice, we have seen a pretty much a reduction in calories across all meals. This meal, I still keep my protein intake just a little bit lower, just to aid digestion before I train. So after I eat this, 60 minutes after I've eaten this, I will be pretty much ready to train. So without further ado, pre-workout meal time, and then it's almost time to train. But you're not going to get to see this. It's a full day of eating, so. But you will get to see it in a different video. So current go-to. Generally, I have a coffee at the moment with a serving of pumpage. So I will actually weigh this out because I want to be accurate. 3 intra and post-workout nutrition will go down for you. So this is the pre-workout. We actually do have the JP range down at UltraFlex Rotherham as well, if you want to get scoops and the whey and the cream of rice. So MPS Max, which I will actually consume an hour and a half after my pre-workout meal. That kind of gives me even protein feedings in time. And then I'll sit this from starting the session until I actually finish it. So, as always, macros are up on the screen for you, so you know exactly what's going on. This is a mixture of performance fuel and the sustain with some pomegranate juice as well. Pomegranate juice, plenty of health benefits. So, you know, it's definitely sitting pretty well. But the health benefits are predominantly with reducing calcification. So, a lot of bodybuilders might have an issue with the calcium, and pomegranate juice can actually help. That is a tip from Dante Trudeau, the man, the myth, the legend. Take it. Just this one, right? Take it all the way, Mark, all the way through. I'm trying. Drive. Yeah, take it. All the way. Fuck me. Post-workout meal. 175 grams of rice-based cereal. This is actually Rice Chex from Amazon. So check them out if you like them. 20 grams of honey and 150 fruit. Now, peak off season, this was actually 220 grams and 30 grams of honey. So here's a slight reduction. I can definitely feel it because I can eat this now and an hour later I'm good to go. Whereas before, it was like an hour and a half, I was still kind of digesting it. So it's, on paper, doesn't sound like much of a drop off, but it really does make a difference. So macros up on the screen for you guys, and get this eaten, then we'll get back home and then we'll show you the rest of the meals. So get strapped in. Post-workout meal about to go down. So it's going to be 125 grams of rice and 200 grams of chicken. This meal actually hasn't changed at all just yet. So 300 grams of cooked weight rice, which is 125 grams of raw weight, because I do weigh it before and after, so I know exactly what my measurements are after it's been cooked to make sure it's accurate. Now, take a note, guys, when you actually cook your rice. This portion of rice I could literally make weigh 400 if I wanted to, just by the extra water. So if you do not cook your rice and weigh it before, you're probably missing a trick and you're probably quite inconsistent with your actual nutrition. So take note, guys. When I make your food taste good, warm it up in a pan. Do not use the microwave. I always find microwave really makes your food taste like plastic. It dries it out and it makes it pretty much unedible. So my preference is always doing it in the pan. So if you want tasty chicken, tasty rice, definitely get on the pan. I will get my last meal ready as well. To show you what I'm gonna have for my last meal, but you're not gonna watch me eat it, unfortunately, because Aaron's got a life and he's got a home to get to. So I'm not going to basically lock him in my house and make him watch me work and eat my meals. He's already seen enough of that today. So let this cool off. Look at this. This just looks beautiful. So much more appetizing right now. Right, my people, thanks for tuning in. This is what I eat when I'm trying to lose body fat, when I'm trying to lose body weight. So hopefully it gives you a bit of a context and reference point on what you can actually do and how you need to do it when it comes to pushing your body weight up, bringing up your calories, and then the adjustments you need to make to see things moving quite swiftly. Now, I'm still eating a ton of food, yes, but I am in a deficit. I am losing body fat. So don't look at it as if to say, oh my God, it's still eating all this food and how is it losing weight? I'm in a deficit. Generally, I would need more calories. So, you know, the plan right now, to give you an overview and a bit of an update, is to bring my body weight down to around 250 pounds. I know at 250, with where I'm at right now, I'm like 272 now this morning. My peak body weight was 278. So I'm 5 pounds down from my heaviest. And I know if I come down to 250, I'm gonna be, as Jordan says, lean on his perceived body fat scale. Now lean is within striking distance of being, you know, closer to stage ready, which is the goal. So over the next 10 weeks, I am gonna get pretty lean before I then transition and push back into my final push up of this off season before transition to prep on January. So guys, stay tuned. Thanks to Sharon putting a lot of work in today. So guys, take care for now. Peace out. I'll see you again soon.